Just a couple of guys, a couple of microphones, and a heck of a lot of know. It's Football on the Know with Jim and Joe.
What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Football on the Know. I am Jim McPhee, of course, alongside of me is Mr. Joe DeCapita.
What's going on, know-it-alls? Welcome back. Yes, we're back again.
Yes,
we're in the lineup, then we're out of the lineup, then we're back in the lineup. We're going to be more consistent as we get closer to the great football season that we're anticipating. But welcome back again. If you do us a huge favor, if you're just tuning in, thanks for showing up. And now it's time to get active. Comment down below whether you're here, whether you just want to say hi, drop a question, drop a comment. We're going to react to it all. We are live right now, so make sure you tune in and head over to YouTube, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, make sure you share it, all that jazz, and tune in because this is going to be one hell of a ride here.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's plenty of news going on as the season's getting started. We all, of course, also have our Madden re-ratings that we're going to do, that we do every season, every year. Because, again, those ratings, once they come out, again, they just blow my mind. And some of the people that they dog and some people that they just love to death that they throw it out there. And what's funny, the thing that blows my mind, and I think we talked about it last time, is the rookies, the rookie quarterbacks that get the love over some of these starters that have been in the league for a while, and that they automatically are instantly better than them in their ratings and stuff like that. So that's a lot of fun to go over. So we're going to get into that in just a little bit. And something we thought we'd have a lot of fun with is I was looking on Instagram and CBS thread line or whatever, and they had showed everybody with the different haircuts that they got now. There's like 10 quarterbacks.
It's a lot.
Different hairstyles coming out of the gate here. And we thought it'd be fun to kind of give them new names and new occupations based on the way they look with their haircut. So we're going to have some fun. It's going to be all in fun, too, so don't take everything too serious when we're fooling around with these guys and stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're getting into that.
Or take it serious. It's fine.
If you want, whatever. I really
You'll live.
don't care.
You'll live.
But Joe, again, let's get to your AFC West, and they named a few different starters here. The newest one was Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos here. Named the starter. I'm not surprised because he has played pretty well in the offseason so far, but I thought, maybe they just give him some time before they, throw him right into the fire. But no, Sean Payton believes him enough, I guess, to just get him right in there. And let's get started. Let's get rolling.
Well, let's just say that, the competition wasn't, super high to overcome, first of all. When you have Zach Wilson and, Jarrett Stidham.
Yep.
So it's like, it was almost like one of those things where like, okay, yeah, you have to compete. But, as long as you understand the offense, execute it well, you're probably going to win the starting job because he is developing. He is going to continue to get better, in the near future. Like, we've already seen glimpses in the preseason to kind of give the Broncos confidence and Sean Payton that, like, hey, I like this kid a lot. I liked him in the draft. Sean Payton was in love with him. He's like, that's the quarterback I wanted the whole time. And we were the only other team that we were worried about is like the Vikings or something like that, or the Jets that possibly might take him. So, Sean Payton like to pat his own back and say like, oh, we fooled everybody and we got our guy. But hey, he does fit this scheme that Sean Payton wants to run extremely well. He's not looking for a guy with a cannon of an arm and all that. He just wants a guy that can process information fast, who has really great mechanics, is deadly accurate, and just distribute the football short to intermediate. That's all. He has the ability to throw deep. We've seen it in preseason. So if he is called upon to throw it down the field, which he's going to have to be, you can't be a one-trick pony and just say, well, we're going to get away with everything and just throw short. You have to be able to attack downfield, and he did that in preseason. He's shown that he can do that. So, and we know that preseason, we get it. It is just preseason. No teams are game planning against each other. They're not trying to trick each other. Like, it's pretty basic. So it's pretty standard, when you play a preseason game. So he did well. He did good. He earned the starting job, which is awesome. But at the same time, and that's what the Broncos wanted, in the end. But now regular season, when it kicks off, when you have a team coming in that's going to be game planning against Bo Nix, what does he do well? They don't really have film on him, just preseason, which isn't going to show you anything. Mm-hmm. So they're going to, try to play some tricks on him mentally and try to get him to screw up. Maybe send some extra pressure when he's not expecting it, and we'll see how he handles all that on a snap-to-snap basis. But congratulations, Bo. You got the job. And let's see what he can make out of it in his rookie year.
Right. And that's the thing is, it's to see what kind of growth he can have. I wasn't too big on Bo Nix going into the this upcoming season. So, yep. but we'll see. Again, this team is growing, and this will show really what we could see with Sean Payton with this franchise, because he had Russell Wilson there, didn't really get along, didn't make it happen, wasn't able to, which I think even. Russell Wilson would say he improved. He played a lot better, and a lot of people overlooked the stats that he had last year. He improved, and people still dogged him, and him and Sean Payton still couldn't get along, and he had to get his bags packed and, hit the road. But this will show something here if he gets this Bo Nix guy and proves me wrong and is able to kind of fix some of the mistakes that I saw before in some of his college days and get him going and show him that he can be a true starter for this team. But we're looking at this team as a team that's going to be just kind of, rebuilding and kind of getting, getting the ball rolling and started. They're not going to be making any waves as far as I can see.
Oh, well, if you ask media and if you ask Sean Payton, he's got other ideas.
Right. So let's move on to your Las Vegas Raiders here.
Oh, great.
Again, this was a big surprise because we've been talking about this through the offseason, and Aiden O'Connell and a lot of the other players really liked him, and he showed a lot last season what he could do. But they did bring Gardner Minshew in here to compete. He looked good when he was playing with the Colts last season too, so it was interesting. But we've been in Aiden O'Connell's corner the whole time, and lo and behold, after it's all said and done, and even the fact that Antonio Pierce says, I would have liked it to be like a tighter competition, but it just wasn't. Interesting comments from Aaron Pierce.
Actually, he would have liked someone to just blow up and take it away. Take it over. Mm-hmm. That's what he was hoping for. And apparently the way he's expressing it in press conferences and everything, they're saying it was such a close and tight knit race that anything could have derailed either one from getting that starting job. So I'm not a fan of it. I have to admit, I don't think Minshew is the guy. Listen, when I watched him play the couple of preseason games, and I didn't see starter level play by him at all. He made some mistakes. He overthrew some people, was inaccurate at times. Yeah, there were some plays that he made that you're like, oh, wow, that was a really nice throw. But there wasn't enough of those. There was less of those and more of the mistakes that were being made. And when you watch Aiden O'Connell on the other side, I saw a guy that was way more confident. I saw a guy that is already head and tails, has a stronger arm than Gardner Minshew, and is more accurate than he is. Yes, he's still growing too. I feel like people just don't understand from an outside standpoint looking in, that Aiden O'Connell, this is his second year. He was a rookie last year. And now you're competing against a veteran where, let's face it, Minshew is what he is right now in his career. He's not going to get any better. And I just thought that you stick with Aiden O'Connell because even if it's close, Aiden O'Connell, I felt, had the lead, but apparently not. Even if it's close, you stick with the young up-and-coming player. You keep developing him. You keep working with him to get him better at a higher standard. And not to mention, he played extremely well down the stretch last season with Devontae Adams in the lineup. With obviously they had Josh Jacobs, which helped that running game. They got to overcome that into the season, but he had other weapons that he was very familiar with, was very comfortable with. Jacoby Myers, I mean, he's going to be, I think, a difference maker this year for the Raiders. But that all being said, what makes your team better? Like, what quarterback can get you more wins? I feel it was Aiden. They feel it's Minshew. But I'm telling you right now, I think the Raiders are going to start off 0-3, and then you're going to start to hear a lot of heat come down on them, and then it's like, oh, crap, well, maybe we made a bad decision. Maybe we go back to 8 now. But even if you do that, now you're already behind the 8 ball, and now you got to try to play not only catch up and get back to 500, but by that time that happens, it's almost mid-season. Even if you're 3-3, that's 6 games. It's almost mid-season. You're almost into week 7, and you're only 500. Now you got to try to come back and win a whole heck of a lot of games all in a row to even get back into the realm of competing for hopefully a wild card. Because apparently, out of Vegas, they're saying that this year is not just a throwaway season. They in all intensive purposes, believe that they have a team that can push for the playoffs, which I don't get it, but that's what they feel. So I think it's the wrong direction, but we'll see if they're right or wrong.
All right, we've got our first comment.
Mike Tackett
with us
in
tonight.
the house.
Here he goes.
Yeah.
He goes, can we talk about Sunday Ticket being almost $700 to Apple devices? I saw that the other day.
Right.
The other night,
Pay
right?
up.
Because I'm even looking after this is all said and done, right? The Sunday Ticket thing. And I'm like, all right, let's see what happens here.
right.
I see the ad, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll look at this. And they're like, even they put it even now as like a discounted act now, and you can
Act
get it
now.
at this price. And I'm like,
$6.98.
and I look at it, I'm like, and I rub my eyes again. I'm like, no, wait,
Is that real?
I was looking to see if it was like $6.99, like $6.99 or
Right.
something. You know?
Yeah,
like $700.
Yeah.
On Apple and all that stuff. And I'm like, are you nuts? I'm like, what is crazy? Dude, you're crazy. Mike says so much for affordability. This
Right.
is what makes fans lose interest.
Exactly. He's
Yeah,
right.
we talked about this last night with Tyler Dunn on our other show, The Blindside Blitz. We definitely recommend you guys check out that show. It's on
Yes, sir.
growwingsmedia.com. Anywhere you get your podcast, too. If you like this show, you're going to love that show, too, on top of it. We get all kinds of top-line guests, too,
Yeah.
on top of it. So, but he was talking about it, too, and we were bringing up the fact that the NFL doesn't lose. And somebody had put up the question, does the government step in at this point for this? Because how far do you get along to where you start interfering with free market? You know what I mean? This company is, a nonprofit, and they're still, building, a legacy and profitability for everyone that's involved with this company and getting bigger and marketing here and there. Do you really want big, government stepping in and trying to change things and stuff like that and put a squash to it? But it's a tough question because you do see them take advantage of people, the
Everybody.
fans, like you said, and after this last, court thing, they look untouchable, and is a scary
they
thing.
are. They definitely are. Listen, there's no doubt about it. Even when there's like ironclad evidence against the NFL, which there was with this Sunday Ticket thing, they made a decision, and it's like, oh wow, we get a win. The NFL doesn't win. We get a win. And then the NFL appeals, and it's like, oh, no, we thought we had a win. And it goes away. And it always seems to happen for the NFL where they always come out on top, like all the time. You could look back, any kind of lawsuit that they've been involved with. I mean, obviously, like if you go way, way back, there were a couple lawsuits where a couple of owners that sued them won. Mm-hmm. But that's peanuts compared to what the lawsuits are now. And my God, like the John Gruden case, that got thrown out of court real quick. Like he's appealing it, but we'll see if that even gets to trial. And then you have the Sunday Ticket here where you thought you had a win and then they just took it away. The NFL always comes out on top in these lawsuits, even if there's evidence. So for sure the NFL has some kind of way out all the time, whether it be they're paying off judges, whether it be doing favors for somebody that's important, that's going to sway the decision. Like, they always do something. And I know we don't know that for sure. It's not fact or anything like that, but doesn't it seem a little weird? Doesn't it? Like how the NFL all the time wins, even when the evidence is so stacked up high against them. Mm-hmm. They gotta be doing something dirty. They have to get out of it.
Right, right. And like I said, we need what it takes is it takes people to stop, paying for it. I mean, all of us stand
That won't
together on
happen.
this whole thing, which I don't get though, because you get those some guys that will just do it, which is ridiculous. It's like the same people that buy Madden like brand new.
Oh my
and
God.
I don't get it because the game's still the same game just about every single season, and with the same kind of mistakes, just slight adjustments, and at a $60 price. I mean, that blows my mind that people
70.
still do this. Yeah, whatever. And the NFL, again, they continue to do this stuff. They know that people have cut the cord. Tyler talked about it there. They don't do the cable anymore, so a lot of people are getting these different streaming apps. So what does the NFL do? They start moving games to streaming apps only, and certain ones to get those apps to even pay
certain
them those
days,
deals and stuff.
yeah.
Instead of getting TV deals, you're getting the stream app deals, and people. It's a big bidding war on this whole thing. So it's going to be us, consumers are the ones that are going to have to pay for it altogether, and the ones that really suffer in this whole situation just to get something that we had kind of had already before, like we said, with analog television. It's sad.
Yeah, and that's where we kind of saw everything, go heading towards. We saw the streaming thing is so popular. Now everybody streams. Nobody's really watching cable TV hardly at all. Like that's dived down. That technology is dead pretty much. And yeah, it's still out there, but not in the strength that it used to be. So like everybody's streaming now. The NFL sees it. Listen, the NFL does the research and they see us. Oh, they pay for subscriptions to Hulu, to Netflix. Guess what? Hey, Netflix, what do you think about working out a deal? Maybe you can show a game or whatever, or a playoff game or whatever. All right, cool. And now this is going to help Netflix because you're going to have some of those people like, I'm going to just subscribe now, get the free trial, whatever, just to watch the game. And then, get off as soon as I can. So it's the NFL's not dumb by any means. They do all this research. They know how we spend our money. They know the technology that's being pushed to the forefront, and they just kind of ride the wave into another one. So, and sadly, you're right, Jim. Like we're gullible. Like we love our NFL so much that doesn't matter. I need to see it. I need to pay a subscription. I need to pay for the Sunday ticket. And we do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, and you're right. The only way it'll change is if the majority, not just half of the NFL fandom, but the majority, 3/4 of it or more, has to just stop paying for the Sunday ticket. Stop. You do that all together, like in one season, if that ever happened, I guarantee you the NFL would switch gears up and be like, you know what? Next season, we're going to do a big special. It's $100 for the season or $200 for the season, whatever, right? And you get to see the whole season, including playoffs. Like, you know what I mean? Like they would do something special just to get back everybody on board.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't see it because not everybody will do it, but it's fun to talk about.
Anybody to agree on anything. Yeah, it's crazy. But we have seen something like that with other boycotts around the world.
Yeah.
We've got Life Changer is with us.
Hashtag
What's going
know-it-all.
on, man?
Life Changer.
The man that changes my life.
That's right.
Every show.
A new know-it-all. He says, hey, guys, I'm here. How was the Mayo coffee? We did not do that because what were we thinking for subscribers? We had to get a certain amount of subscribers to do the Mayo coffee, right?
Yeah.
Was it 100 or 150 or something like that? I can't remember. But I don't think we're at 100 yet on YouTube. So we got to get more subscribers, and we're going to do the Mayo and coffee to do the Will Levis challenge. We'll eat a banana,
we're
too.
at
With the same one.
99.
99. We're right there at 99.
We need one more subscriber.
Can I get one more subscriber?
Mike Tackett, OG Know-It-All, Life Changer, New Know-It-All.
That's right.
Has spread the word. If we get one more subscriber to eclipse 100, then we will definitely do that on the air.
Yeah, we'll do that on the air. We'll
And
get
it
the bananas.
will probably be gross as hell.
Yeah. I definitely will need a chaser afterwards. We don't have to drink the whole coffee, right? Just a taste of it to see what it's like, right?
Life Changer's going to tell us.
Yeah,
you gotta
let
drink
us know
the whole
out there.
thing
Do we
through
gotta drink the whole
through
thing
show?
or just do the sip or something?
That would be rough, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I don't even...
Yeah, so...
Whatever gets the show.
I went back and looked and watched the last show. You guys said comments. I film studied. Nice. Okay. All right, so then, that's what we'll do then. So maybe we'll do it then. We'll have to go... I'll I'll have to go get some bananas. I have some mayo and some coffee upstairs right now, but we'll get it together for next time. How about that? Season opener, our season opener show.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll
Season
do it for
opener.
a season opener.
Yeah.
How about that? Right before
That
we
makes
do
sense.
our picks, and we'll gag and throw up doing our picks, maybe.
Yeah, be like, oh, well, that nasty taste I can't get out of, and I don't know who I'm picking because I'm so disoriented from my taste buds here.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I mean that's some of the things out there. Aiden O'Connell, like you said, I thought it was interesting too, just because, like you said, with the angle that they're going at, like they said they're
gonna regret
competing,
this
they're
decision.
doing this. They've got the Kermit doll or whatever out there,
That was hilarious.
taunting the Chiefs. And I understand if you have a rookie that you drafted this season,
Right.
and you don't know what you have, and you go and get Gardner Minshew. Say, okay, then we'll put Gardner out there. He's the veteran that's
Right.
been all right. He's
Yeah.
got some fire behind him.
Yep.
He gets the team behind him. If he starts to struggle or whatever, turn the new guy in, and he can start to grow from there. He's got the keys to the Ferrari from here on out. This guy played already last year. You already said it last year after, you ripped out Jimmy Garoppolo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And said, hey, Aiden, here you go. Here's the keys.
He's the man.
You can't go and say, all right, now give me the keys back. This guy's going to try out first. Let your brother drive for a little while. You know what I mean? Until he crashes the car. And
That's
then
right.
you'll give you the chance to drive the car again. He's like, but I never crashed the freaking car, dude. So why did you let him drive? And this is kind of what it's like. It doesn't
Nice.
really make sense. And like you said, Joe, it's almost like you're starting behind the eight ball.
Jim, we got some big time news.
What's up? I don't have a news
Life
thing.
Changer says, he goes, sounds good. He goes, first of all, he reacted to what we were saying. He goes, sounds good. He goes, I got some great news I was going to share with you guys. He goes, we just found out we got a baby boy. Gonna be my little football boy
Nice.
being born. That's
Life
amazing
changer.
news. That is great news, dude. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, let us know. Do you know what name? Do you know a name that you're gonna name him?
I
or?
recommend Joseph James or
Perfect.
James Joseph. How
Either
about
way,
that?
either way.
Then he'll be a baptized know-it-all
That's
automatically, right?
He's
there,
already in the
he's
ranks,
in it, right?
ready
So,
to go.
definitely
Love it.
awesome.
Yeah,
Definitely.
congratulations, man. Yeah, definitely.
That's good
Definitely.
news.
That's awesome news.
Yeah, so I mean that's cool. I mean, but the Raiders. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the season going forward. There's a lot of other stories out there. I know it's getting close to other people trying to show up, not show up. You know, what I mean, to camps and and to the games
still
and things like that.
By the way, there's still some crazy situations that are still transpiring right now as we speak. And if you tune into our other show on Blindside Blitz, that's on Grumblings Media, their YouTube channel. We had on a very special guest, a guy that talks to everybody in the NFL. This guy talks to active GMs, to coaches, to agents, to even players. And he had a lot of information to give us, like over an hour and 20 minutes worth. Like he was amazing. So definitely check that interview out. Was great. If you're a football fan, you'll love it.
Nice. He says, thank you. Name is Jeremy. LOL. ETA due is February 7th. Super Bowl is February 9th. I told my wife to hold him in for 2 more days. Nice. Oh, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Imagine that, though.
That would be crazy. A Super Bowl boy?
A Super Bowl boy, which would be cool, but I mean, that's a very busy day, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the Super Bowl going on, but then the birth of your son.
It works. It definitely works. Think about it. Birthdays are on the Super Bowl, the biggest day of the year for football fans, and his day is going to be celebrated. There's already tons of food being made.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean,
that's right.
Now you're going to bring in a birthday cake and you're going to celebrate, and the family's over or friends are over, whatever. Like that. Hey, that works. That works. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Nice. Excellent. So, like I said before, Joe and I had, we were talking about it, and we saw an Instagram post here. Before we get to that, though, he says, my dad watched a college Rose Bowl game with a doctor when my sister was born.
Yo, that's crazy.
He says, I got
like
to
it.
continue the tradition. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
He's got to continue the tradition. Absolutely.
Nice.
So,
That'll be awesome, man.
yeah, that'll definitely be cool.
Congrats for sure.
Yeah. We saw an Instagram post. I saw these quarterbacks with the different hairstyles and stuff.
Okay.
And
yeah. I did see that. Yeah.
I thought it was funny, and it was some of them already had made news because they were so drastic and stuff like that, and there were memes all the way around, but not all of them. And so I thought it was fun to look at it. And I said, Joe, why don't we do a fun segment with this and look at these guys and kind of give them a new name and like a new like occupation and stuff like that. I'd already looked ahead and like give them. I came up with a whole back line and everything myself, so I can get started at least with mine. Then I'll go to Joe directly after. By that time, hopefully he's got something else. So he already planned something. We shall see. So, all right. So we got 10 quarterbacks here that we're going to give new names based on their haircut. Okay. Here we go. First of all, we got. Here goes. It's Justin Herbert here. Look at Justin Herbert now going in 2023 to this year. Cut all the length down, man, and then he's got even the fresh face too, without the stubble and everything. So no more California waves and things like that.
That's right. No more West Coast look there.
Right. So, but when I'm looking at him, he looks younger to me. So when I look at Justin Herbert now.
He also looks like he lost weight.
He does, right? Don't he? Like in the face a bit?
That's dangerous.
Yeah, it is. It is. So now Justin Herbert for me is Brighton Chesterfield III. He is.
You had to do the hyphen the third.
Yeah, he just looks like all of a sudden he comes from money or something like that. He's one of those preppy boys, and he is actually the manager at Bayside Golf and Country Club right here. So he is a manager for them, and he's known to hang out after hours with a lot of the members' wives, extramarital.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
So that's what I kind of see with Justin Herbert here. He is now Brighton Chesterfield III.
I like it. Well, I'm going to go with Aaron Thompson.
Aaron Thompson.
And Aaron Thompson is your car insurance agent. He's definitely got the clean cut look now, and he can, he's going to show up on, whenever there's an accident. He's going to, do your whole.
He's a claims adjuster
and all that.
Yes.
Like that's the guy right there, Aaron Thompson for sure.
That's funny because I thought of claims adjuster for a couple different people too. I was like, I could see it. Like one of those guys.
I could definitely see it. For sure.
Or even like the new Jake from State Farm type of deal or something guy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So next up, we've got Joe Burrow here. Joe Burrow's lit people up with this hairstyle. I think he's probably got rid of it already just because that's what he does. Once he gets to get made fun of, he kind of switches it up. But look at that thing. Again, even in this view in the picture, it kind of looks like he.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't even see the top of his head. It's like super bleached, which is cool. I've done that look before too, and things like that. So 23 to 24, way different. This could have went a bunch of different ways.
Yeah, I'm trying to think right now, like what I'm gonna do for this.
Okay. All right. So for Joe Burrow, his new name is Nathan Sessler, and he is currently a body double for Pete Davidson. So when Pete Davidson,
he's a what? Wait, so was he?
A body double.
A body double
for Pete Davidson. So just like Pete Davidson now is MIA because he's in rehab, we've got Joe Burrow walking around being Pete Davidson for him until he comes back. So there you go. That's who he is right now. And that's probably offensive and wrong to a lot of people, but I don't care.
Right. This is for fun.
I could have did some easy ones like, Eminem and this and that or whatever. But I don't know. What do you see him now with the blonde hair?
I mean, it looks like a total transformation. Like I think what I'm going to do is with that transformation there, like he's giving me kind of like wannabe rap vibes. Like he's changing his image completely. It looks like he's going to go to the studio. He's going to drop some bars. It looks like Two Guns. He's going to
nice.
be Two Guns is going to be his rap name.
The rapper, the white rapper Two Guns.
Listen, he can shoot a shot on the field and in the studio. Like, look at him go.
Nice.
Watch him cook.
Nice. Watch him cook. I like it. Life changer. I think to this is he's been reminded when I said Chesterfield, he said Chester from Lincoln Park, Chester Jr., R.I.P. Chester. Yes, that's R.I.P. Chester and Lincoln Park. Great band. Sad to see that happen. All right, so next up, we've got Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, wow.
Look
Are
at
you
this.
kidding me?
I didn't even realize he did this.
Wait, hold on
Look at
a
this
second.
guy, though.
Hold on a second.
What?
I just recently saw him in a podcast, and it was just like the picture on the left,
Maybe
not the
he
right.
cut it already then, dude. I don't know, but this is what he came out with in the
maybe,
this season. So
maybe it was like the first practice or something like
Right.
that. Yeah, okay. All right.
Right, but he looks younger too, I think. Kind of, maybe
Okay.
just the way they're taking the picture. I'm not sure. But Tua, to me,
Man, I don't know here on this one.
yeah. To me, he looks. This was a tough one to kind of figure out, because I wasn't sure what angle to work. I could have went with the hair and stuff like that, but I went with Deshaun Johnson, owner of the local fitness center. So he looks like the guy that's like, hey, I just bought the next, Life Fitness or whatever, and or the Metabolic, and this is I walk around in my tight shirts and things like that. I'm jacked, and I'm gonna wipe down all the equipment. And I'm a new entrepreneur, and that's the way I
Gotcha.
look. So yeah, that's what I went
Gotcha.
with right there.
I like it. So you look at this, and it's like, all right, it's not crazy different. Is it like he's got a new hairstyle now?
Yeah.
It's kind of more full. He's got that bright smile that he always gets, and he's clean shaven.
Yes,
So like, I'm gonna say this is Dave Chambers.
Dave Chambers.
And
I like
Dave
it.
Chambers is a struggling musician. He's a phenomenal bass guitarist, and he's just trying to carve his way out and try to find the right band where he can fit in and rock out around the U.S.
Nice.
That's what's happening.
I like that. I could see that potentially, a little rock star in him and things like that.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
Football didn't work out, and he had to pursue other avenues.
I like it. And you guys play along, too. If you guys see any of these guys here and you see the name that kind of points to you, I know. This one was kind of tough here, too, because I wasn't sure what angle to work on this one. But again, this is all in fun, everybody. So don't hate on me. Too bad. So we're having fun.
Boy.
And a lot of these guys don't even look like this anymore. So 2023 to 2004, there he is, Jordan Love. Okay, he goes with the tight, and then he goes now with the tight braids.
Yeah.
Looks a little different too. He's got the scruff going
different.
on and things like that.
Yeah.
So this one, it was tough for me to figure out here because. I didn't want to be too cliche on the different things, and I was trying to come up with good original names because I could have easily jumped on some other ones. But this guy is Mike Gutierrez. All right,
Mike Gutierrez.
And Mike Gutierrez is a software engineer for a big tech company, and on his side project, he also is a Twitch streamer. So there you go. So he works at a big tech company as a software engineer. So he puts his business suit on, or his polo, and does his work there for big tech, and then he also gets online and have some fun with everybody.
I like it.
What do you think about this?
I'm gonna
Gutierrez.
say, let's see, Mike Gutierrez. Jeez. I'm gonna go with Doug Washington.
Doug Washington.
Now, Doug Washington is not a football player, but he's big in the business industry. This dude is a day trader.
Ooh.
He's killing it online. He's slinging trades here and there, making that money, and it's showing. Got the nice Armani suits. He's got the Lamborghini in the driveway, but he's killing it in life and living it up.
Yeah, I like that. See, I was thinking somewhere along the lines there too, maybe too. So I'm feeling that. I like that. That's a good idea. I like that one there. So what was his name again? Doug Washington?
Doug Washington.
Doug Washington.
Yeah, listen,
I like
if you need
it.
any day trading tips, make sure you hit up Doug.
Doug Washington,
He's your man.
he's the guy. All right, next up here, we've got Gardner Minshew. Again, not too much changed, but he's
Dude,
still a
the
different freaky face.
The left picture looks like he's a serial killer.
He does.
bro.
Yeah, I know. So that's why it was tough. I could have came with it just like this guy.
Can we
he's
flip
a
the
split
picture and just
personality.
call out this is the one on the left?
Maybe. Again, this is like that's when it's both his personalities right here. Yeah. The left is Ninja Master, 7-degree black belt. All right,
Or he
so
belongs to a biker gang.
that's right, and that's kind of like where I went with
They call him
this.
Squirrel.
That's right, scroll. But this guy right here on the right, the 2024 is Bruce Cockrell.
Okay.
Bruce Cockrell is the hometown mechanic that you don't want to bring your car to because he's the one that he's there to do the inspection and finds everything wrong with it to charge you more. And at night, he's in a metal cover band, classic rock metal cover band, and plays bass. So, yeah, still living the dream, still a rock star at night. And during the day, he's that mechanic that robs you for your money.
I got Gardner as a little bit different of a star. His name is going to be Brent Boomstark.
Boomstark.
And he's really big in the porn industry.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he is an amazing
Brent
director.
Boomike? Yeah.
Amazing porn director, and just gets the job done every time.
So he's not the star, he's the director.
No, he's a director.
I can
He's
see
got
that.
the stash.
He does with the stash. And I can see him even with those slightly tinted, the blue tinted shades. Like,
I mean, even
give me the money
I mean,
shot.
even
Like, show me
even
this.
like early on, yeah,
Oh,
he was
my
part. He was
gosh.
part of the whole thing. Big time star. Was involved in all the flicks. But then he's moved on. Now that he's gotten a little older, now he's directing.
Oh man, there it is. Life Changer says Gardner Massacre, new member of the Texas Chainsaw family.
There we go. There we go.
Oh man, here we go. All right, next
Holy
one. Yeah, look at this
what
one.
the-
This looks like a mugshot to me. So this one was kind of tough for me because I didn't want to be, I don't know. I had to be me. I didn't want to be mean completely though, but it was tough. This one's tough. Life Changer says, sorry, the smile kind of creeped me out on the
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
funny. So
No
here
doubt.
we are. We've got Geno Smith. We're rounding down the last
Okay.
5 right here. So
Wow,
this
we
is
still got 5 more.
this is the last 5 right here. So we got 5 more here.
All
Geno
right.
Smith. There he is. 2023, 2024. Yeah, they must have had the lights really shine on him, stuff like that. It looks like a mugshot.
Yeah.
It looks like a mugshot to me. So
Okay.
this was tough, but when I looked at him, I'm like, okay, this is David Means. All right.
Okay.
David
All right.
Means by day is a makeup artist to the stars.
Ooh,
That's
hey,
right. He
hey
does
now.
makeup. He
Hey
goes
now.
sachet and cafe. Okay. And then by night, though, he gets dressed up as a drag queen and
Oh,
is a
Jesus.
a club goer as a drag at that night. So he not only does the makeup during the day, but at night he's living the life of the drag. I just see it in him. Like he looks very like this. May be what RuPaul
You're
looks
giving-
like
it's-
underneath the makeup, though. I mean, I don't know. I think I've even seen RuPaul.
It's almost
underneath
like
the
you're
makeup,
giving them all multiple personalities.
but maybe
Like by day and then by night.
Yes, by
something
night. Yeah,
different.
I know. Like I said, I've got a whole storyline. You know what I mean? I might have a series coming out. Netflix is going to get ownership to it.
That's right. They get
Okay.
first rights.
All right. So what do you think?
All
David Means I have.
You got David Means.
Yeah, makeup artist.
I got Sam Perkins.
Sam Perkins.
And
That's
Sam-
a real guy.
Yeah. Well, it's not in this. It's a different guy in this scenario.
Okay.
Sam Perkins, he's going to be. I just had it in my head and now it slipped away.
Sorry.
He's going to be not a makeup artist, but he's going to work with kids. He works at the YMCA. You know, he's giving back to the community.
Yeah. Okay.
Sam Perkins.
I can see that too, though. Now you've turned me. Now I've just totally destroyed his honor or anything like that and stuff. You know, I can see that. You know,
I'm
a
gonna help
guy
him out
for
here.
the community, helping the kids
Gonna
out.
help
I can
him
see
out.
that too as well. Which that's more along lines of what Geno Smith is now too. So I can see that. Okay, this one right here, and again, not even styles like you see here with Geno. He just tightened it up. Same thing with Jordan Love, and now Kyler Murray. Again, just braiding the hair.
All right. Yep. Just
And
changing
it makes
it
a
up here.
difference. But again,
It
what
does.
it does to some people's heads. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
man.
look at you never
can
knew
only
like, how
imagine.
big their head kind of went up at the
Well,
top.
not just that, but like I can only imagine how that feels.
Mhm.
Like your
Oh,
hair's
I've
being.
done that.
Oh, you have.
I've had this hairstyle. I should try and
how-
find.
How like
photos.
is it like super? It's like super tight, right? Like
Yeah.
does it feel like it's like kind of pulling?
I've had it like my sister did it for me, and
I mean, I wouldn't know, so that's why I'm asking.
and it wasn't so bad. But then
Yeah.
my one girlfriend, she did it for me too as well, and I think she kind of wound it too tight to where it really crushed my skull. Like that's why
Oh,
you felt
wow.
it. It was like
Oh,
really
that's
too tight.
crazy.
So you can go wrong on it,
Yeah, okay.
But it is a really cool look, and it takes a very long time to do it. And that's
Okay.
why, like after I took them out, I wasn't committed anymore to ever do that again.
Gotcha.
It's definitely a commitment.
Gotcha.
All right, so there we go. It's Kyler Murray, 2023 to 2024. This one was kind of tough for me. Wasn't sure what route, but I'm looking at this guy and his smile and things like that. So
Yep.
this guy is Cheeks Sprewell.
Cheek Sprewell.
This guy is Cheek Sprewell.
Okay.
He is a star basketball player for the local Cedar Falls Angry Beavers.
Okay.
That's right. So he's the local basketball star for the Cedar Falls Angry Beavers, Cheek Sprewell. So I see that here in Kyler Murray, very athletic, and he looks like a basketball player to me right now. You know,
All right,
that's what
gotcha.
it's Cheek Sprewell.
I got you. So I got something for you. You're not going to expect this one.
Okay. Okay.
So Kyler Murray to me, right? The
Yeah.
new Kyler Murray is now going to be Trey Johnson.
Trey Johnson.
Now, Trey Johnson, get this. Amazing all-star player in the hockey league.
Ooh.
This dude is not just fast on his skates, but he's also fast with the women on the outside.
Ooh.
So
okay.
he's a player at night, but he's getting the job done on the ice every single game. This dude's killing it. Going to go to the all-star game, hands down, yet again, and is going to get the MVP at the end of the season.
Nice.
Dude's amazing.
Nice. I like that. I like that. The whole hockey player thing. It's very cool. It's a different vibe too.
Yeah,
I mean,
we definitely need more color in hockey.
Yeah,
that's
we
all I'm
definitely
saying.
do,
Like we need to
yes.
mix it up here, guys. Too much
Absolutely.
white. There's just too much white there.
Well, I know. Yeah, exactly. We gotta kill those stigmas that they have about hockey. So we got 3 more here. Next up, we've got Josh Allen. Josh Allen, look at this.
Okay.
He looks a
Yo.
bit thicker, right? In the neck, he's got the longer hair.
Dude.
This the stash. Like this
He
is what you're
definitely
talking
looks
about.
a lot different with that.
Mhm.
All right.
All right. So when
So
I
now,
look-
does it count that he's wearing a Bills hat?
yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess, but then it would be
It's
all
all right.
over the place.
Let's
probably.
go.
He might more look
I
like.
can't wait to
Gardner
hear what you
Minshew.
got for this one.
All right, Josh Allen. This one came to me kind of quick, I guess.
Okay.
But he is Tex Ackner.
Tex
Tex
Ackner.
Ackner. And Tex Ackner is a cattle rancher in
Oh my God, dude!
in Booneville, Missouri.
I was just thinking that. I'm not even gonna lie.
And I don't know where Booneville is in Missouri, but I'm just thinking they might have cattle there. So anybody knows anybody from Missouri? If I know they do ranch cattle there. It may be Booneville though. For some reason, it just really stood out to me, and I could see him doing it. You know, you can't
Right.
just see Josh Allen, big stature that he is. Now he looks like this, rustling in some cattle. You know, whistling, hey, bring it on in, you know. And, that was a terrible
nice.
impression.
I
But
like it.
all right, so what do you got? I got
All right.
Tex Ackner,
You got Tex Ackner. I got Bob Williams.
Bob Williams.
Now, Bob Williams is a pro bass fisherman. This dude is amazing. On a lake, bro. I'll tell you right now, it's like he's singing to these fish. They jump right into the boat. Like, it's incredible. He wins it every single season. The competition is fierce, but not for him. Not for Bob.
Pro bass fisherman.
That's right. Not for Bob.
Interesting, not for Bob. Interesting. Okay. All right, Josh Allen, a pro bass fisherman, and I got a cattle rancher. All right, here we go. This one was funny because I'm looking at this one, and
Wait.
Russell Wilson. What?
Did,
what do you got?
Did Life Changer say something?
He
Did we
said
miss
Josh Earnhardt.
Okay.
About Josh Allen. Josh
Okay.
Earnhardt. Yeah, I could see that with the mustache and then the hat.
Feel
the way
free
he
to
was wearing the hat.
change their whole entire name.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
even have to use like their first name or last name or anything like that. Just you can
That's true.
go crazy.
That's true. We
crazy.
are. All right, so we've got Russell Wilson here. He looks kind of scary, like a scary clown to me in the first one. 2023. He's got that weird kind of smile, and that's I don't know.
That's right.
With the makeup, and then this one, the second one, 2024. He just looked really stone cold to me. Like, dude, this looks like he's gonna just, rip my head off and shove it down, my ass or something. So I was just like, wow, okay, this guy's tough. So I'm like, all right, this guy is Tyrone Shameless. All right. Tyrone Shameless is a former special forces turned pro wrestler. So he was formerly in the military stuff, learned his things, but then again, coming out of that career into pro wrestling, got the attitude. Obviously, Shameless, not his real full name. So that's his stage name, Tyrone Shameless. He's got a wicked finisher called the Shame of Fame. It is a power bomb. And he chokes the living shit out of people. So
Oh,
there
boy.
you go. That stone cold
like it.
face to me, Tyrone Shameless.
I like it. I'm gonna go with Cedric Jones.
Cedric
No,
Jones.
Cedric Jones.
That's another guy, isn't it? That's another guy named Cedric Jones.
Not that
Anyway,
I
go
would
ahead.
know.
Okay.
Maybe it's someone that you know. I
Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
it is.
But Cedric Jones, to me, is going to be part of the SWAT team.
Mm-hmm.
That's the vibes I'm getting from him. Is like he's a guy that serves and protects every day defending the border.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and trying to stop fentanyl coming through Arizona.
Nice.
That's what it is. This guy he's a lean, mean, fucking up machine.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of looked at too, because I was almost like, this guy he looks like one of those tough cops or something like that in his look. Just I was like, man, this guy just looks like he's, got some, fierceness in him. So I had to give him a cool name and a cool, job. All right, so there we go. The names, the hairstyles. This is the last one out of the 10. Thank you guys for playing along with us.
Nice.
We're just having fun here again,
fun.
so feel
Yeah.
free to comment too. Have some fun with it. Don't be offended, please, God. All right, and then here we go. Daniel Jones now.
Boy.
Daniel Jones getting scruffy. You know what I mean? Look at that with the beard.
What's with
and the hair?
So you got the left picture with the long neck,
Yeah.
but then the other picture doesn't show his neck it doesn't look as long in that picture, and it looks like he's a little bit more built.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, he had to because, again, that neck injury that he had, I think he bulked up to try and withstand some of that, and it brought his shoulders closer to the rest of his head and closed up his neck area.
Mm-hmm.
So he's stocky still, too, so I wasn't sure to go with this one.
Okay.
Was thinking gym teacher maybe or something like that.
Okay, yeah. I could
But
see it.
I'm going with Daniel Jones. This guy's new name is Adam Lebrowski.
Okay.
Adam Lebrowski is a history teacher who loves to collect Pokemon. So this guy, again, he's that guy that's that teacher, loves history, everybody's friend. Everybody loves him at school. He's not the douchebag that everybody's afraid of. He's the happy-go-lucky, hey, teacher, how you doing? Hey, guys, what's going on? Rubbing elbows with the kids. And he gets Pokemon, too, because he's kind of nerding out. So that's who he is, Adam Lebrowski.
I like it. So I got Luke Schimmelhorn.
Luke Schimmelhorn.
Luke Schimmelhorn is a phenom at motocross.
Motocross. Ooh,
He is
okay.
He is the pinnacle of what is flying high in the air and making some ridiculous trick to land it on two wheels.
Wow.
So this guy,
Interesting.
Luke Schimmelhorn, motocross extravaganza.
Interesting. He looks kind of big for a motocross guy for me, but I could totally see like race car driver too,
Dude,
or something
they are
like
built.
that, or extreme.
You see
some
the
people
pounding
are.
that they got to take?
Yeah, no, I hear
crazy.
you there. Definitely. So there you go. That was our small little segment of these 10 quarterbacks who
New
got
hair,
their
new
new
names.
hair, new names. There you go. Hope you guys had fun with it.
Yes,
Joe, if you guys did have fun, get some more people to like the video too. You like the video, drop some comments and tell some people to like and subscribe too, because we're going to be getting into drinking some mayonnaise coffee pretty
Mayo
soon.
coffee.
Stephen Murray's in the house with us tonight.
What's going on, Steve?
Hashtag know it all.
There he is, that
There's the
golden
man.
pipes of the voice there
That's
that
right.
man has.
Voice of the show.
We should give him a new maybe occupation too. How about that? Motocross reference. He goes, how about a pro dart player reference next?
Good work.
It could be.
What name are
there
you going
go.
with? Steve, what name are you going with?
There you go. That's what he's saying. So Stephen Murray, I wish I had the photo to bring up quick. He is now a professional dart player, and his name is Swanson McElroy. And he is playing darts for the championship's Swedish team.
I like it.
Very excited, gets amped
Amazing.
up. And yeah, that's what I mean. Loves it, loves to compete. He's got fire behind him. And we love his accent. I don't know. Joe, before it gets totally off the rails, tell everybody again where they can find this video some more, and then we'll get into the Madden re-ratings.
Oh, it's so easy, guys. Listen, if you've gotten this far, even if you didn't, just do us a huge favor. Head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button for us. Hit the thumbs up for us. It really does help our channel grow. I mean, yeah, we're growing very slowly right now, but we're still growing. So
Yeah.
we appreciate all the help. We need you to keep helping us. And also, don't forget, share the video. Like, share it with your friends, your family members, anybody that is really into NFL football. We really do appreciate everybody stopping by week to week. We appreciate all the know-it-alls out there. We appreciate everybody. And thanks so much. And listen, we got more content coming up just like this. We had a blast doing this. New hair, new name. That was a fun segment to do. And definitely tune in every single week.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Joe, so why don't you tell everybody what we've been doing here with this Madden ratings?
So, real quick. So, like, the Madden ratings, what we've been doing is we've been, I guess you could say, tweaking the Madden ratings to our liking. Like, we re-rate them. We still utilize the information that EA Sports gives us in terms of what they decide the speed rating is or whatever. The only difference is we like to get rid of the nonsense categories. Like, if you have a running back, for example, and they also have kicking power, kicking accuracy on for running back. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Get rid of it. Why is it there? You know what I mean? Throw power, throw accuracy. Why? It doesn't belong to a running back. Why is it there? Get rid of it. So we're only using categories like speed, juke move, spin, stiff arm, like stuff that actually is required for that position. And then we're recalculating in all the data, and then we re-rate. We give you the honest re-rating of every single player.
Yeah, and using their data, and like I said, and you'll see what players they really love too by these ratings that they give these guys.
Some of them they just
and some
give
they
them
even
a rating.
really hated, but then they gotta feel like they give them a 90 something anyways because
Yeah.
they feel like they have to or something, like it's a talent contest or like a popularity contest. All right, so here we go. We did quarterbacks last time we were on. Sorry we missed last week, but here we go. We're doing wide receivers this time, and here we are as the ratings as Madden has it right now. So Tyreek Hill is number 1 with 99, which I think is outrageous. Justin Jefferson, 98, which I think is crazy too. CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown up there. Amon-Ra St. Brown rounds out the top 5. Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Brandon Ayuk in the top 10. And Mike Evans even in the top 10 here at 91, Joe. Both those guys 91s. And it's kind of funny when we do talk about Brandon Ayuk in that whole situation with him being, wanting to trade and all this other value and stuff like that. And then you look at the Madden ratings and stuff like that, and Debo ain't nowhere near this guy, even on the ratings too. So it's kind of funny where he's valued in this league and then valued even on Madden. But if Debo is the guy there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because it's different, different archetypes, different body types for whatever team likes, certain wide receivers a certain way. Some guys like that big, strong, physical wide receiver to move the chains and what have you. Others like that speed demon to kind of just run by everybody. So like Brandon Ayuk, to be honest, like I kind of understand why they have him higher than Debo is because in a lot of teams' eyes, they can use Ayuk in any offense, where Debo is a different type of player. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying that teams might not view him as a all-around wide receiver because even though he's a big, physical, strong type of wide receiver and has decent speed, he doesn't have, like rocket propelling speed. Like he's not like a guy that can just run by any corner. So it's like you got to utilize the guy with the talents that he's given. So I understand it. Ayuk is different. Ayuk is like kind of that all-around wide receiver. He has speed. He has quickness. He's in and out of his breaks super fast. So it's like, I get it.
All right. Before we get into it, Life Changer has a question. He says, let me just ask you guys this.
Okay.
Which would you rather have, A.J. Brown or a good behaved Diggs? I think Diggs is better.
A.J. Brown or well-behaved Diggs?
Yeah.
I mean, 100% I would say Diggs because obviously you've seen games with Diggs and when he plays and everything, and watch A.J. Brown. Like A.J. Brown, he can take over games, but it's a different way. It's not he takes over games because he's hard to tackle. He is hard to tackle, but what I'm saying is he's not hard to tackle in the open field in terms of he doesn't shake people out of the boots. He doesn't look to go around them. He looks to stiff arm everybody, push them out of the way because he knows how physical and strong he is. Where Diggs is so quick and so fast, and when you see him make a cut, it's seamless. Yeah, there's no hitch in it, and it's so quick and fast. It puts guys on skates on the football field. Some guys fall down because his juke moves are crazy. So, given that and the fact that his route running is way better than A.J. Brown, and part of it is because of his quickness and speed, but all around he's just a amazing athlete at the wide receiver position.
Yeah, there's two different types of receivers, but I would
And
go
I
with
like
Diggs
A.J. Brown.
altogether,
I really
too.
do like
get
him.
it. Yep. Life changer. Madden does not think like us. Yeah, because again, A.J.
Yeah.
Brown was a 95, Stephon Diggs a 92. So when we do this, and I do the analytics, stuff like that, and all the ratings, I always go further past the top 10 because that's your top 10 right now.
Yeah.
And some of these guys are so close too. And those ratings, depending on what their deep ball catch is or whatever this, hands, spectacular catch, all this other nonsense.
Right.
I go through the top 15 at least. So running backs, I even went through the top 20 or something like that just because you don't know.
Yeah, you know.
But Keenan Allen is number 11. Amari Cooper is 90. Also tied with Keenan Allen at 12. So it goes Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, DeAndre Hopkins, DJ Moore, and Terry McLaurin. All those last three guys are 89s. So it's an interesting mix. You've got your mix of older veterans, and then even some guys that 'cause I still feel can perform well and do well, like Terry McLaurin and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So the funny part is, will some of these guys sneak into the top 10?
And we've seen it happen
they
before.
always do.
Yeah.
Somebody does. So, and we saw it last week with last time with the quarterbacks. All right. So without further ado, let's go back to the re-ratings. Now, we talked about Mike Evans was 10th here, the top 10 with a 91. He is still a 91 after
Okay.
doing the ratings.
They got it
so
right.
They got it right. Ding, ding, ding. Boom.
right.
Okay. All right. So next, let's move on to the next player. And that was Brandon Ayuk with a 91 as well, and see what he is now. He is an 89.
Okay.
So he actually drops down a few notches here. So at 89, I could see Brandon Ayuk realistically around that too. So even when you look at these players, I always look at the fact that realistically, can I see them being rated this? Yes, that's a little more down-to-earth numbers. The 99s and the 98s, I think, are just ridiculous. They're arcade numbers. All right, so that's a little bit further down. Let's move on to our man, Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs came in at a 92. He is now a 90. So he dropped a few notches, but still above Brandon Ayuk.
okay.
So one tick above Ayuk, that stays the same technically. All right, next up, we've got Jamar Chase here, who comes in at a 93. After the re-ratings, he is now a 92. So he loses one, but he's still up there. All right, Devontae Adams here at 6. We had a 94 before,
Yeah.
and now he is a 92. So
Okay.
he drops 2 ticks, but now is tied with Jamar Chase in this battle. Going on now to Amon-Ra St. Brown, which, again, it was nice to see him up there in the top 5.
He needs to be higher.
He needed to be higher, though. Exactly, like I said, kind of when we talk about when he was dogged with the Pro Bowl and stuff like that, they kind of did it to him here.
Yeah.
In this. So when I saw A.J. Brown above Amon St. Brown, I was kind of upset, just because I thought he had that kind of year, especially.
Right.
So Amon-Ra St. Brown at 95, he is now a 90. So he actually drops down 5 points. So did they not only dog him in the ratings from the 99s to the 95, things like that, but when they look at his actual catching and other things, some of that stuff stood out, and they didn't rate him very high in some of that. Yes.
Wow.
Which I thought was pretty interesting.
Guy killed it last year.
Yeah. It was craziness. All right, next, A.J. Brown, which we spoke about, who was tied with Amon-Ra St. Brown in 95. He is now an 86.
Boom.
So, boom. He
Falling
just
right out of the top
dropped
10.
completely. Boom. Tanked. So that is.
They got that
there you
way
go.
wrong.
There you go, life changer.
Way wrong.
Yes. So he dropped down completely to an 86. Next, we've got CeeDee Lamb at a 96, and he is now a 93.
Okay.
Justin Jefferson, 98. He goes to a 94.
Wow.
So then he drops a
jump.
little bit too. But again, for me, 94 is more realistic. And finally, Tyreek Hill, a 99, and he is now a 93. So there you go, Joe. That's the re-ratings.
Yes.
And again, like I said, I crunched the numbers.
Yeah.
I went with the other guys down in here in the latter part of the top 15.
Yeah.
And 2 of these guys moved
gonna sneak
in to the top 10. And I'll show you these guys right now with the new
Excellent.
top 10 wide receivers
Yes.
that are re-rated by the Football on the No Show using the data from Madden 25. And here they are.
Let's take a look. Boom. There we go. That makes sense. You got Justin Jefferson, number 1 overall, and the richest wide receiver right now. Tyreek Hill with the 93. He's one of the best in the league today. CeeDee Lamb makes sense. They're tied. They're even tied. Tyreek Hill and Lamb. Devontae Adams and Jamar Chase. Okay, that makes sense. Mike Evans moves up to 6. Keenan Allen is still 7.
He moved up to 7. He was 11th.
I honestly don't understand that.
Right?
Like the guy is about to retire. Like he's going to play this year. I just don't know how much longer he's going to play for. And with his injury history, anyway, I kind of disagree with Keenan Allen. Amon-Ra St. Brown, very disappointing that they still have him at 8. Definitely needs to be in the top 5 conversation. I would lower Adams below Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase should be above Adams. And Amon-Ra St. Brown should be above Adams too. But when it comes to Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra, I think I might go Jamar Chase edging him. But like that should be your top 5 is with Chase and Amon-Ra and CD, Tyreek Hill and Jefferson. But it isn't. DeAndre Hopkins, how is he still in the top 10? Like, dude.
Yeah.
Like, seriously?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And then you got Diggs, which is still lower than
still lower.
He still needs to be up higher, closer to like maybe 6.
Right. So Diggs slides to 10. Amon-Ra St. Brown slides to 8.
That's crazy.
DeAndre Hopkins bumps up from 13th into 9th. Keenan Allen moves up from 11th into 7th.
Nuts.
Mike Evans bumps up 4 spots. And then again, the rearrangement at top, which I think the top 5 are there. That's nice. Like I can see that. That's pretty equivalent there. But without Amon-Ra St. Brown should be in that conversation. No, I would agree as well.
That's not and that's not the only receivers they're dogging here. Like you got guys.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll look at even what they did. They took with using their stats. They told you that AJ Brown was a 95, but when you looked at some of his catching stats and things like that, when I looked at it, 86 deep route somehow is an 86, which I don't get because I mean he's not a great route runner, but I mean he's good at getting those deeper balls. I mean a 90 in his medium routes, short route 94, but his strength. They gave him a 79.
Which should be higher.
And agility, 86. So that's where he kind of lost parts. That 79 and that 86. But even still with that, I mean, CeeDee Lamb had a 70 in strength. But all the rest were like high 90s across everything else. So that was the difference maker for some of these guys. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't know about you guys and how they judge strength. That dude's jacked and ripped, and he's been working out his whole life. His father trained him to be a monster. They gave him a 67 strength.
That's crazy.
I don't get that, bro. Like I don't get it. I don't know where
they're
they
making
come
up
with
numbers.
Some of this stuff.
Nobody can tell me any different. They are just making up numbers for each category.
Yep.
And they are like, oh, we do a lot of research. What research do you do to learn a guy's strength?
I think they think all wide receivers are weak. Like, they give a lot of 60s
crazy.
through everybody.
DK Metcalf, he's like an AJ Brown. They're both freaking strong and big and physical, imposing type of wide receivers. How do you give them a low rating of strength? To me, is insane.
Right.
You're just making this shit up. You have to be.
Right.
Because they don't. Some of those ratings that you read off, they don't make sense for that player. You think about a guy like DJ Moore. DJ Moore is better than Hopkins right now.
Yeah.
You know, Terry McLaurin is another guy. Jalen Waddle, another young up-and-coming receiver. Those guys should be pushed up higher than where they are.
Right.
Like, this is ludicrous. How does, like, EA gets away with this, and they take a lot of heat every single season, which they deserve, but sometimes it's for the wrong reasons or the wrong players. They need to take heat for everybody that they just keep missing on. Like, I don't understand how, like, I get it. DeAndre Hopkins, big name, right? So maybe you want him to be pushed up just because of his name and give him a little bit higher rating. But when you're comparing to other guys that are young, that are way younger than he is, that are up and coming, I'm not saying Hopkins is ass right now. He's not. He's still a good player. But again, he's at the end of his career. He's not going to play for, I don't know. I don't know if he'll play 2 more years.
Mm-hmm.
He might just play this season and call it quits. So there's definitely these guys that are younger, hungrier, that are making plays every season. Jalen Waddle, like, how do you overshadow him? You know?
Yeah.
Dude.
I know.
So,
and like, it makes me almost think like maybe I could have even gone deeper with
up.
the wide receivers and gone through the top 20 but like I said, when I was looking at the stats that they gave them with their catching, catching in traffic, spectacular catch, short, medium routes, all this other crap, release. It was you could see some of the stats that they gave some of these guys further down. So I couldn't justify doing the math.
I just scrolled down to like in the 30s. They got Puka Nacua, 31.
30. Yeah.
Like,
ranked 31. And what's his rating?
84.
In 84.
Puka Nacua last year was like on fire.
Yeah.
So you would think that would reflect
right
this Madden. It would reflect where he'd be in the top 15 or something like that.
Right.
Or you got other guys too that are just
that's what I mean.
overlooked. Jordan Madison is at 82. Now Jordan Madison, he was a rookie last year, but he also took off, especially when Jefferson got hurt.
Yes.
Kirk Cousins was dishing the ball to him all the time.
Yes.
Like, he was playing. I'm sorry. Like, I understand you can't have everybody up high. I get it. But there's certain players that you could pick out of this ranking system and push them up.
Well, that's why I think it should be more like we love the hockey games that EA does. Like, I really wish that sometimes some of those guys would do the analytics or do the rating systems for this, because when you look at like the team as a whole and then look at the team where they are per player, things like that, they are really, it's like we've talked about with other guys, Tyler Dunn and others, Scott Engel, Roderick David. He's like, it's whatever your flavor. Because I even said, hey, what's your typical type of player that you like? You know, our corners or this and that. He's like, a good one, and like whatever you're into. And so these numbers, you can't tell me that this guy is a 94 or even CeeDee Lamb even to like your Amon-Ra St. Brown is a 90 to a 90, 4 or something like that, or 91 or whatever.
Bro,
it's crazy. You're picking hairs between these. It should be within a mark or not. Everybody should be around there, around the same number, which is a lot roughly better with some of these other guys.
They got Mike Williams at 87. He is 21st. So you mean to tell me that injury-riddled Mike Williams, who misses time all the time, is better than Puka Nacua? Is better than, like, Jalen Waddle is just ahead of him.
Yeah.
But, like, man, I could pick this whole thing apart.
Oh, I know.
Tyler Lockett's too high.
Blue in the face.
Tyler Lockett's too high.
Yeah,
I understand. I like him as a wide receiver, but at the same time, like when we're talking about other guys that are below him, that need to be above him.
Yeah.
I just
did they pair him right there with Metcalf too, or no? Weren't they near each other, or no?
Who?
I thought maybe Tyler
Lockett.
Yeah, they put right there, and DK Metcalf.
Lockett is right below Cooper Kupp.
Right.
He's right below Cooper Kupp and above Devonta Smith.
Devonta Smith.
So he's at 17.
Huh.
Which I think people get caught up with. Well, EA Sports gets caught up with. Obviously, name fame. Is one, and two. They're trying to spin a narrative.
Yeah.
Where it's not there. Like, they want you to believe that Lockett is so much better than Jalen Waddle. Like, no, he's not.
Or maybe they need to do something to bring the team level down when they go to give the rating of the team. Like, this team is ass, so I got to make this guy this way, so it kind of reflects that the team sucks.
Yeah, but it's got to make sense. I mean? But yeah, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, dude, Waddle is better than Lockett. Sorry.
Yeah, like if a lineman sucks, make him a 39 or some shit. You know what I mean? Because they're, whatever. But we got Franklin Adams in the house with us tonight, Joe.
What's going on, Franklin?
Yeah.
Hashtag know it all.
He's there. He says, congratulations. We got 100 subscribers, Joe.
Oh, snap.
Boom. We did it.
Yeah, we did it. I love it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
It only took so many grueling years. Holy crap, Joe.
Hey, 7 years later.
But that's what happens when we neglected, though. We neglected YouTube for so long. We were wrong. So we want to give our apology to YouTube.
Actually,
We are truly sorry.
being honest with you guys out there,
We
like
really
we didn't hop on YouTube when we started doing the show from day one. I think it was like the first 3 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
First
we
3
did it.
years we were
avoided
just
it.
doing Facebook, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, and audio
then-
stuff. Yeah.
And audio stuff. And then after like our 4th year, we're like, we left it up to you guys, and you guys voted, and you're like, we want to see you guys do a show. I'm like, all right. And then our 4th year is when we actually kicked in. So 3 years into YouTube, we got 100 subscribers.
Yeah, it's like we got like a 7-year deal, but 3 of those years are void years.
That's
So
right.
that kind of
That's
makes
exactly
sense.
it.
Yeah, so we're really
That's
on
exactly
our
it.
4th year technically right now.
Yes.
So.
But thank you so much, man, for the subscription.
Keep it coming, Franklin. Share it.
Appreciate it.
Share
Appreciate
it
it.
some more. Check out our other show again. We're going to plug it again because we think
Like
the
it.
show is so great. And plus, we want you guys to check it out because of the content that we do and the stars and the people that we get on there, the interviews. We want interviews.
Yeah.
We have interviews on the Blindside Blitz. It's every Tuesday night. We're live 9 o'clock. Grumblings Media YouTube
Eastern.
page, Eastern, and we post it to all the podcast stuff like that, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, Google Play. So check it out, Blindside Blitz. If you love this show, you're going to like that one too as well. And like I said, you got all the inside information there from all the insiders that know the info. It's fantasy
Right.
football. We just had Iggy Gilbert on here, who is a big IDP fantasy
big deal,
football
too.
guy. He's a big deal out there.
In fantasy football, he's a huge deal.
absolutely.
And betting.
And
betting.
betting.
He does.
So
he
if
does
you guys
both.
want the inside stuff, go check him out.
True,
and listen
true.
To the show.
Just head over to Grumblings Media's YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe there. And then our show is called Blindside Blitz. And just to give you guys a
let them know you heard about it from us too.
yeah,
Drop a
just
comment.
just to give you guys an example, like we mentioned Roderick David earlier. Roderick David is a former Atlanta Falcons scout.
Mm-hmm.
We had him on. He was amazing. We covered the draft live. We're sorry that some of you missed that, but we had one hell of a time with Roderick. And he gave us some really cool nuggets about the draft, about some of the prospects. You know, we bounced ideas. Like I do my own scouting, and I was bouncing my ideas off of him. It was just an awesome experience, and can't wait to do that again. But also, other than Roderick David, we just got done with a big interview, and it's a guy by the name of Tyler Dunn, who talks to everybody in the league. Everybody. We're talking GMs, coaches, players, front office people. He talks to everybody. So he gets all the inside scoop, and we had a phenomenal interview with him. Make sure you check that interview out too.
That's right. Giants fans, he dropped a nugget about the Giants fans. So get excited, Giants fans. You got to check him out at golongtd.com. That's his website, so check him out. So a lot of plugs for that show, a lot of plugs for our friends there. Good time. Franklin has a fantasy football question, Joe.
Gotcha.
Says, in fantasy football, would you consider any Bears wide receivers? If so, who? Also, is Caleb worth picking in fantasy? Seems like he has lots of receivers.
Yeah. He definitely has a good offense surrounding him for sure. Caleb Williams, you got to take that into consideration as he is a rookie, and although he's played well in preseason, he hasn't played a team that's game planning against him. So if I'm going into the draft, for me personally, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to draft Caleb. I'm just not, because for one reason alone, he is a rookie, still learning, developing, and he hasn't shown anything yet. You know, so that's for me, and you can take it like a grain of salt, whatever you want to do, but that's what I feel. So I want to kind of stay away from. There's plenty of other quarterbacks that you can take that are proven that are going to get you points and that you can count on. As far as receivers for the Bears, any high end starter, you almost have to take, because yes, Caleb is the quarterback, but maybe he has great chemistry with Aroma Dunze, the rookie. You know, so he's going to feed him the ball a little bit more. But also, you can't forget about DJ Moore. DJ Moore, no matter what quarterback has been in Chicago while he was there, he killed it. Like he kills fantasy football. He racks up stats. He gets you points every single week. So like, to me, I would be comfortable with getting DJ Moore. I would not be comfortable with Keenan Allen, because Keenan Allen to me is an injury risk waiting to happen every single year. And honestly, I'm not sure what his lifespan is in the NFL after this season. He might hang it up. So, and if you're paying attention to preseason, if it tells you anything, I haven't seen a whole lot of balls go to Keenan Allen. So I'm thinking he's more like a decoy a lot of times. Obviously, you got the tight end to think about, Cole Kmet. He's going to get his touches too. And so if I'm going to go with receivers, my favorite choice would be DJ Moore for obvious reasons. My second, I would take almost like a mid to late round, depending on how your draft goes, obviously. But Roma Dunze to me would be my second favorite receiver to go after because of the chemistry with Caleb and him. And then obviously you got Cole Kmet at tight end, who he's going to be one of the sought after tight ends in the fantasy. So I hope that answers your question.
There you go. I'm not going to give you an answer because I don't do fantasy. But thank you so
Jim
much.
Jim is anti-fantasy. Do not ask him anything.
Do not ask me anything. Because I just don't take my advice at all either. So I'd probably give you bad advice because I don't know. I've been out of the game. But yeah, Caleb Williams, Joe and I have our opinions about him too. So I think on Joe's point of view, you would maybe even want to err on the caution with side of caution with Caleb Williams too, because I think at least in my point of view, I see he's going to have some of those ups and downs and some turnover issues, I think, with the way his style is. So that could be negative for you in fantasy. You know what I mean? So you might be able to get some numbers there.
That's why you don't take a rookie.
Get that stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. When you're talking about rookie quarterbacks, and we're going to get into this next week because next week we do a segment called Keep or Sweep.
Right.
And we bring
Make sure you tune in.
The fantasy rookies. We look at rookies and
all the offensive rookies, yes.
Right, and who can make an impact on your team, like who you should draft, or maybe just sweep away and not even think about that guy. So Caleb Williams will be in the list, and we'll let you know then, even to what we're thinking about it, whether it's a keep or sweep. But some of these guys will make an impact right away. Mm-hmm. I think Malik Neighbors is a good wide receiver to go get with Danny Dimes right there. Daniel Jones struggled up and down, with the Giants in this offseason and stuff like that. But he's a guy that's determined, and now he does have this weapon here to, get the ball to, and
Jim,
has made some great plays.
The intel.
So we'll see what happens with that, but that potentially could be a good move for you at wide receiver. Why, Franklin, are you drafting this weekend? Let us know, too, when your guys' drafts are. Is it coming up?
Drafting this Saturday.
I know Joe is. He just found out last night that he was drafting this weekend, right? Did you just find out last week?
No,
last night?
2 days ago.
2 days ago that he's like, oh, yeah, what is that draft? Oh, it's this weekend? Oh, thanks.
Thanks. I'll take the championship now.
Absolutely. So yeah, there you go. There's some nuggets there. That's it for our show tonight.
Thanks.
Much.
Hey,
before we go here, Life Changer has some more though.
All right, cool. What he's got?
He says that's what I've been hearing. Best offenses on paper is the Bears and the Texans. Your prediction at the end of the year, which offense is better?
Which offense is better for
the Bears or the Texans?
Oh, Bears or Texans? That's easy.
Yeah, that's
Texans
easy for me.
all
Texans.
day long. Like
yes.
to me, like here's the thing: is you look at what the Texans did last year with C.J. Stroud as a rookie, for crying out loud. Now, a lot of people had their doubts about him. I mean, but if you watched our show, we were pumping him up, we were hyping him up, and just saying, "Hey, don't be worried. This dude is going to be amazing. He's going to be the best quarterback coming out of this draft." We repeated that over and over and over. And we're right, like most of the time. It just seems to happen that way for us. So Stroud and the Texans, you think about that receiving core that he has at his disposal. It's just amazing because you think about Diggs coming over from Buffalo, now going to be with Houston. They also have Tank Dell, who was electric before his injury last year. He's going to continue that relationship with C.J. Stroud. And then don't forget Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz at tight end. Like, who are you going to cover on that offense? Honestly.
Yeah.
And that team overall got better on defense, which is scary enough. One of the better defenses. Offense is going to be through the roof. Like, that team is so solidified, so solid that they are going to not only push for the division, but also into the playoffs.
Yep. And he also brings up Mixon, Schultz. That's what I mean. Pick your poison.
Yeah,
like, you
Joe Mixon in the backfield with Dameon Pierce.
Yeah.
And Dameon Pierce is no slack. No. So, Mixon and Pierce is going to be tough to deal with.
Yeah. Franklin says he's drafting next week at some point. No date set yet. So these guys
No
leave it right
date.
to the
Okay,
end.
but like, here's the thing. Kudos to whoever your commissioner is. I don't know if it's you or not, but you're drafting later, closer to the season kicking off.
Right.
That's awesome.
And one last tidbit here. When we did talk to Iggy Gilbert, but again, I do recommend you guys go to iTunes and stuff like that and check out the podcast. He did say if you do draft early, because he does a charity fantasy league every year, and they draft like July 5th, I think he said, this year. But they keep it all open off season to make moves nonstop. He's like, allow room for your team with the injuries to be able to make and better your team along the way. So then when the season starts, you still, have something to work with. Right. But like you said, though, Joe, too, when those first picks, though, that's everything, though.
Dude, imagine
that's
that.
everything, though. It means a big difference.
Imagine
if
you
you're
have
first and that guy goes down.
Imagine your second round pick.
Yeah.
That any one of those early picks are detrimental if you lose them, because those are your high end starters.
Yep.
And then boom, up in training camp, Justin Jefferson goes down and that's the wrap.
Yep.
You're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I just drafted him a couple days ago.
Yep.
Just wait as long as you can. That's all we're saying.
All right, so that's it for us tonight. We definitely appreciate you guys joining us with us. I hope you guys had fun. We had fun. Check out the different
else?
segments that we have. Nope, I think that's all the comments we have.
It
right?
is?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Oh, wait. We just got one right here. Franklin just chimed in one last time before we go.
Yep.
He says, my sleeper for you this year, Joe, Connor from the Cardinals. Luckily, I do not
James
draft
Conner?
early. Yep. Or I would have considered JJ from the Vikings.
Gotcha.
Life Changer says, have a good one. Have a good one, Life Changer. We
Appreciate
definitely
you.
appreciate you coming back.
Thanks,
Sorry we
guys.
took a week off, but things get crazy.
Tune in next week. We got Mayo Coffee happening.
Oh, Mayo Coffee. Here we go. That's going to be fun. So, yeah, that's right. Franklin, spread the word. Mayo Coffee and
Get all your
bananas with
friends
the
to
peel, Joe.
watch.
We're going to eat the banana with the peel, too.
No,
It's
that's
Will
gotta be
Levis thing.
that's got to be a separate
Really?
challenge.
Okay, separate challenge. Why not?
Can't
Let's
do
it.
both right
Yeah,
away.
we'll get to 200 subscribers. We'll eat the banana. How about that?
Oh God, that'll be awful too.
All right, we'll see. All right, thank you so much, you guys. Next time.
Later, guys.
Join us next week from 8 till 10 Wednesday nights for more football on the know with Jim and Joe.